Alright guys, so I want to talk to you about this unit. This is a Frigidaire, and this is a brand new unit, literally. See the date on that? Now, not cooling. When you have a unit that looks like this, compressor's running, no frosting at all, this should be basically frozen with this tiny line. And right now we're checking for leaks. So if you're dealing with something like this, compressor is running, and we'll go over all of that, so you'll have a better understanding of what to look for. When you have a leak in a sealed system, then we need to verify where it's coming from and how to fix it. So something like this, you wouldn't just be able to replace a part. You would have to call someone that is qualified to diagnose it properly. Now, a couple things are going on here. We have a leak either in the cavity or in this evaporator. Now, I'm looking, I don't see anything that standing out that would, just show me that it has a leak. Everything looks good, but we know it's not good. I'm using my gloves because any oils will be very evident. You will definitely see it. And even these, the way they actually have these, it's not ideal. They vibrate, and over time they can actually cause a leak. But this fridge is very new. Should not have this issue yet. Other places that they can leak, right here, and almost feels very slick. It really does. In fact, I'm going to remove the screw, and over here as well. So a lot of times when the door gets switched, you end up with people over tightening these, and you pierce the line. There's a refrigerant line that is along the perimeter, and if you pierce it, you have an internal leak. Nothing you can do. Now, this unit, it's a weird refrigerator from Frigidaire. I love that they have a timer, but you have R600 refrigerant. And the problem with that, sort of, it's very flammable. So under here, we have a timer, and this timer sometimes will get stuck. I actually have videos on this. And the safety that you want to make sure that you put back the original timer, because if there's a problem and there's a spark, this could cause an explosion. Super important. So you can check your timer to make sure that it is turning and functioning. Phillips or flat blade, and this will turn your unit off. If it turns, it's good. See that? We just turned the unit off. I won't turn it on yet. I'm gonna go to the back. And sometimes you listen, you might hear ch, ch. And initial startup is another good time to check for leaks. We'll let the unit sit for about a minute or two and then power it back. Let's go to the back. All right, so the unit has been running. Compressor is nice and warm, 106, total good temperature. This should be very close to the compressor, and this is basically room temperature, just nothing at all. It's not hot, but it's not cold. Now, fan is running, compressor is running, which means everything on this unit is working. So the problem is in this system, the sealed system, in the compressor area, Could it be a weak compressor? Sure, but chances are it's not. But nonetheless, there's nothing you per se can immediately do. You'd have to call a qualified person to diagnose it properly. So first you need to find where the leak is, and if you can't find it, you can't fix it at all. So this is not a good thing. So they tend to leak from these points here, and I like to use the glove, and if you see any moisture at all, then you know for sure you got a leak, and then we can fix the problem. Pull a vacuum, special vacuuming, and recharge the system. So I'm going to plug it back in or turn it back on, and we're going to check back here at my gas leak detector, trying to see if I could pick anything up, and did not find anything at all. So that's pretty much it, guys. If I do a repair on this thing, I'll include it, but this is kind of just to help you to navigate that. You might just need a new fridge if this is your situation, if the fridge has been running. Alright, so no leaks on this thing so far. Unless the factory, they forgot to charge the unit. That is possible. So we'd have to put a Schrader on here, and we'd pull a vacuum. First we'd leak check. So that I'll definitely do. It's a new fridge, we can't just junk this one. So we'll probably do a video on that. I'd love to actually pierce this to see if I can get some pressure, but I don't have my tools, and I could cut it off, but I don't want to suck all that moisture in. You want to do that when you're ready to do the service. So, but as of right now, it's definitely a lack of refrigerant. That's what it's looking like. I'm gonna let it sit 24 hours. Then I'm gonna cut this and re-solder it back in here. I think this is where the problem is. I think this is totally sealed off. I don't know how far up, but the angle is so tight. I don't think this is good. It does not look good. I think this opening is totally crushed. So nothing from here is getting through here. So it's your filter dryer. Normally we'd change days. This is a brand new fridge, so it's totally fine. You can hear it, totally new. So I'm gonna let it sit and see if we do find a leak before I touch that. But that's what's gonna be next. No leaks the last time we checked, and still no leaks. So got our Schrader on, and the unit is pressurized. So all right, just wait and see. At least you don't have to wait. We will here. I'm going to cover this, and I want to feel if it's coming on this end as well. So we had to cut that piece off and raise a new piece. Right now it's under pressure. I don't see any bubbles, so we are going to be pulling a vacuum and then weighing in the charge. All right, we've got our pump set up and we're going to be pulling down the vacuum, about 500 micron. Let her sit for a little bit and we're going to weigh the charge in. All right, your model number is in here and you should be able to find your refrigerant and how much you put in. You can see our charge is at 1.41 ounce or 40 grams of R600. All right, so we're gonna even out our weight. 0, we're in grams. We're under a vacuum. Let it set for a while, no leaks. So we're gonna dump in 40 grams. Unit is off. Opening the valve. So now we're going to plug the unit in. Let the compressor do the rest by pulling in the rest of the refrigerant. All right, we've got 40. Now, sometimes you'll add just a tad bit more. Why? Because you're going to disconnect or whatever's in the hose. So I like to be at least a little bit over. All right, our valve is cut off. This is already warm. All good signs, guys. Let's go inside and take a look. See that? We're gonna check back and we wanna see full frost all the way around. All right, we're moving. Now R600 is slow, so we're gonna watch it. So you don't want to overcharge the system. You gotta let it sit until it reaches at least a good 40 minutes or an hour and change. I like to, because it really moves very slowly. Otherwise you'll overcharge the system. All right, guys, it's been a few hours and we're gonna check it. So I have the thermometer in here and I don't think this thing is working at all. Look, we should be over in freezing, so forget about that. Look at that, beautiful. See that frost? Beautiful, this is beautiful. All right, let me throw this away and get a better thermometer. It's ice cold, I can feel it. Look at that. Temperature has dropped. It's ice cold in here. Look at this. Look at that. What a beautiful thing. I'm gonna cover this thing back. All right, don't forget your 2 screws and your panel. You have a shelf. All right, guys. Look at that steam. Thanks for watching.